Hi guys, it's Chase here with The Christian Life. Thank you guys for joining. Much appreciated. I just wanted to make a quick video here, just kind of continuing on, continuing in our Sermon in the Mount series here. This will be, I believe this, let me just double check here actually. Yeah, this should be our third video in that series. So if you have been following along, we did the Beatitudes and then we did one on salt and light. And this one we'll just be doing a quick video on Matthew 5:20. And yeah, so let's jump right into it. And so if you haven't read any of the Sermon on the Mount, again, I can highly encourage you to read that just to have a little bit of context. But if not, continue and follow along with me. That's fine as well. So Matthew 5:20, Jesus says, "For I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you certainly will not enter the kingdom of heaven." Now the scribes were very knowledgeable and religious people who were employed to write out and expand the law. However, Pharisees, they were a different group. They were a strict group of religious people, specifically known for the righteousness. If anybody was righteous at that time, it was the Pharisees, right? Like they were worshipped in that sense. I mean, they were looked up to in that sense, and they were holy, right? And but the thing is that their righteousness, for the most part, right, was ingenuine, and perhaps they were even self-righteous, right? Because they were doing it for their own fame, for their own look, for their own selves. And they only cared about their own standard of the law, and they did not carry out the righteousness in their heart. They did not carry out the righteousness in their own heart. To the point where they often carried out lawlessness, and Christ knew their hearts. And we often hear, the verse where, Jesus says, "Not everybody who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' will enter the kingdom of heaven, but it will be those who do the will of my Father who is in heaven." And then people say to him, "Lord, have we not done all these good works in your name? Have we not cast out demons in your name? Have we not prophesied in your name?" And Jesus says, "Depart from me. I never knew you, those who practice lawlessness." And so that kind of reflects this verse in the sense of the Pharisees were doing everything related to God that was not what God intended. That was not from the heart of the law. That was not from the love of the law. They were doing all the condemnation of the law. And they were living in this super organized structure of the law. They kind of made their own religion out of what God had originally intended from the Torah, and made up their own cult, essentially, of that, is how I would explain that. Don't quote me on that, but that's essentially how I would explain the Pharisees. Obviously, I wasn't there, and I haven't done 100 or 1,000 hours of research, so I'm not sure exactly how to explain that. But that's how I would explain that. They were self-righteous, religious hypocrites, essentially, right? And that's why Jesus but treated them the way they did, and he stuck up to them the way they did. He wasn't downright rude to them, but he treated them the way he treated other people. And that's exactly what he preached in the Sermon on the Mount. As outside of the cup, right, they were clean, but on the inside they were filthy. And that's what Jesus claimed to the other people. Is you see right now that, yeah, they appear to be more righteous than I am, or that they appear to the Jews that are following me. But I tell you that these people are people of God, and these people are not. These Pharisees are not. They're hypocrites. And they simply neglected the more important parts of the law, again, like love and mercy. So you can see now how it simply takes it takes the righteousness of a follower of Christ. It takes the righteousness of a follower of Christ. And literally only that. It takes the righteousness of a follower of Christ to enter the kingdom of heaven. And this is received by faith in Christ. And these words would have astonished Christ's audience. Highlight the word astonished. Like that would be the main word there. That would have baffled the Christ's audience. Right? That's super important right there. Because again, if anybody was righteous, it was the Pharisees. And the scribes as well. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to make a short video here. I intend this to be an extremely short video. So thank you guys for joining. Anybody's watched this, anybody's got anything from this, anybody who has got any value from this video in Christ. So I encourage you guys to have a blessed day. Yeah, maybe we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.